My name is Allison Downs. I'm a community member, a mother, an advocate, and we're out here today in Fruitvale Village, Oakland, California, trying to spread awareness and a message about the fentanyl crisis that's happening in our communities. A lot of people know about it, but not enough people know about it. Our youth, our parents, elders, everyone is impacted by this crisis. People are ingesting a drug known as fentanyl that you cannot smell, you cannot taste, and you cannot see. And so we're out here today addressing and just sharing stories about what's going on in our communities so that you can talk to your kids, so that you can make sure that your grandmother's not taking her neighbor's medication, or that your child knows that a substance that they think is innocent can have something in it, only 3 grains of salt, that can take their life.
There are so many people right now that are really struggling with opioid overdose that it's affecting our community everywhere. So it's super important. I know it's really uncomfortable as a parent to talk to kids, but we've got to be honest with our kids about what's happening in this community and how to make sure that they're safe. I would so much rather talk to my kids now about what opioids are than to be crying later if something, God forbid, happens to them.
Hi, my name is Ashley Mendez and I was born and raised in Oakland, California. Growing up in a city where drug abuse is very common and used regularly has been very difficult because I lost many of my close friends to overdoses in the past 3 years. When we were in high school, everything was good, but I think that once everybody graduated, people were finding their paths in life, and unfortunately, many of my friends became addicted to opioids, and they began to abuse this substance. They started distancing themselves from me. Sometimes we think it's not common, but it is, and it could be a sister, uncle, aunt, a friend, cousin, and it is something that needs to be destigmatized so we could save lives and help people get resources that they need to get healthy and live a long life.
This is important for me because I want to bring attention that mom can get in a car accident and take medication for her pain and over time develop addiction. Grandpa can be walking down the street, fell to the floor, break the hip, now needs medication, and after a while get addicted. It didn't used to be a big deal to share medication, but now it's no longer okay. Now you have to question your auntie, your grandma, your mom, where did you got that medication from? And that breaks a little bit of trust. It's hard, but it's no longer safe. We have to be more careful. The times when we youth are facing breakups or we are facing breakups, we're feeling really sad, struggling, and sometimes we make decisions to alleviate our pains. And this is when I want to tell people, please think twice. Be careful.
One of the things that we need to look out for is what an opioid overdose actually looks like, because it can look kind of different. So you might see somebody like starting to stumble or be a little weavy or wobbly, and then you might notice that they go super gray and their lips actually turn gray and their fingertips turn gray. If you press down on their thumbnails, they might not have any blood flow that comes back, so they just get real pale and then they might pass out. The way opioids actually kill people is they paralyze the lungs. So the heart might keep beating for a little bit, but then their lungs just get paralyzed and they cannot take that deep breath anymore. It's just not there. So we need to be really aware of what's happening with people when we see them down and how best to revive them with that.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Ventura. I'm a community advocate, a mother, a wife, a sister, a cousin, and I'm here to talk about fentanyl and the fentanyl crisis that we're living. Fentanyl is an opiate that's stronger than heroin, stronger than morphine. And I'm here to share an experience that I had in this location a couple of weeks ago. As I was walking to work, I experienced a young man a youth on the corner that appeared that he was overdosing. I wasn't sure, but as I was trying to get him to engage with me, and I was like, "Are you okay?" He wasn't responsive. He looked like his skin was turning blue. I called 911. As I was calling 911 and I was trying to keep him alert, he pulled out a bag of pills from his sweatpants. When the paramedics arrived, they immediately started CPR. They took him in the ambulance. Short to find out, a couple of days after that experience, I received a call from a detective that was investigating that case and came to find out that this young man had overdosed and died. This is just one of the youth that has died because of fentanyl. And I'm here today to share that that day I did not have Narcan on me. I could have saved his life. You know, it was an unfortunate moment that I didn't have Narcan with me. But this is why we need to educate our community and have access to testing strips, to Narcan, so that if we do experience our family members, our loved ones, our community members, that we have Narcan, that we feel comfortable in using it to save someone's life. It's safe to use even if you don't know if someone is overdosing. It won't harm them to use it. It's safe to use. It takes 2 sprays, and we just really want people to be aware of where to access Narcan and to be comfortable to use it, and to have these difficult conversations with our loved ones to bring awareness.